Al Green is known for the hit song Let's Stay Together, and for leaving his musical career at its height in the 1970s to become a reverend at his own church. Al Green was born Albert Green on April 13, 1946, in Dansby, a small town down the road from Forest City, Arkansas. He began performing at a young age, singing gospel music with his family as part of the Green Brothers. Even after the Green family moved to Michigan, the Green Brothers continued touring on the gospel circuit. After being kicked out of the family home for listening to the secular music of Jackie Wilson, Green started a group called The Creations, which later became Al Green and the Soulmates. The Soulmates had one hit, Backup Train, which brought them to a successful appearance at New York City's Apollo Theater. After the Soulmates failed to capitalize on their one hit, the group broke up and Al Green struck out his own. It was at this time that he decided to drop the final E from his last name. In 1968, while on the road in Texas, Green opened for producer Willie Mitchell. Impressed with what he heard, Mitchell signed Green to High Records of Memphis, Tennessee. As he started working closely with Mitchell, Green's soft phrasing and falsetto embellishments took soul in a new direction. In 1971, Green had a popular cover of The Temptations' I Can't Get Next to You. Mitchell also produced Green's other huge hits of the 1970s, including the number one, Let's Stay Together, and I'm Still in Love with You. While on the road in 1973, Green was born again as a Christian. Despite his revived faith, Green continued touring and releasing music much as he had previously, though he did leave audience members taken aback by occasionally pausing to sermonize during performances. But Green's life changed on October 18, 1974, when Mary Woodson, a woman who had walked away from her family to be with Green, attacked him in his bathroom with a pan of boiling hot grits. Woodson then shot and killed herself in Green's Memphis home. During the long recovery from his third-degree burns, Green devoted himself to his faith. When Green had healed, he bought a church, the Full Gospel Tabernacle in Memphis, and began leading services there. In addition to becoming a pastor, Green turned back toward spiritual music after falling off the stage during a 1979 concert. Green chose to focus on his church and released only inspirational music. But by the late 1980s, Green was singing some of his secular hits along with his gospel music. He then branched out to duets with Annie Lennox and Lyle Lovett, and even appeared on the TV show Ally McBeal. Al Green became a popular soul singer whose hits include 1971's Let's Stay Together. While at the top of his career in the 1970s, Green became a reverend and chose to focus on gospel music. Years later, Green found a balance between his religious calling and secular music and went on to release several new albums.